Whether starting out in your career or in an industry for decades, everybody is always trying to figure out that secret to success. Well, CNBC business and tech reporter Julia Boorstin has made it her mission to map the common characteristics in some of the world's most successful people in the hopes of inspiring a new generation of leaders.
We're listening. Yeah, she's interviewed countless trailblazers, pulling together the new data in her debut book, When Women Lead, and our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, has more for us now.
From multi-hyphenate Gwyneth Paltrow to Rent the Runway founder Jen Hyman and over 100 more female trailblazers, CNBC senior media and technology reporter Julia Boorstin found herself on a mission to understand the secret ingredients behind their success.
None of these leaders came out of the gate good at what they did. They all had to develop their traits into valuable characteristics.
In her debut book, When Women Lead, Boorstin detailing years of research, including interviews with over 60 female CEOs and leaders, seeking to map out a new version of leadership for the future.
You had this conversation with your mom as a little girl, and it really is the impetus for this book.
My mom told me that I could do anything, and that by the time I grew up, men and women would have equal opportunities. But then later, when I was in the workforce, I saw that the business world was really dominated by men, and unfortunately, my mom was just wrong.
Just 8% of Fortune 500 companies are run by women, and last year, female founders only drew about 2% of venture capital money.
I've been so inspired by the women I've interviewed, creating amazing, game-changing companies, and they've done all of this by defying the odds. And I figured if women can defy those odds, then they're going to be inspirations for everyone.
Boorstin finding that many of the very traits society once deemed as weaknesses are actually superpowers for these game-changing women.
I was surprised to learn even Gwyneth Paltrow suffers from imposter syndrome. She figured out how to use vulnerability as a superpower. And by having the leader admit vulnerability, that's when you really open the gateway for everyone else.
Boorstin also focusing on resilience and specifically how to find it in what can be a world filled with double standards.
Finding that resilience, finding that ability to not let the harsh words sting, it seems like it's the most essential thing.
Aya Bader, founder of Little Bits, a tech company for kids, offered a helpful solution.
She told me she thinks about facing discrimination or bias like wearing a jacket when it's cold out. And as long as she's prepared for it, then she doesn't let it bother her.
I wonder how women like her think about the next generation and what advice they have to that group.
They hope that women have the tools that they need to have in order to navigate this world. So I think education is key. And I also think that if women see that there is a wide range of different images of what female success looks like, then they will be far more empowered.
And for the second day in a row, we have ABC chief business correspondent Rebecca Jarvis joining us now. We said you could come back anytime, but look at you.
I
You're
wanted
back
to
today.
come back right away. It's so good to see you.
So the book, this is great. The book talks about women taking their weaknesses and turning them into superpowers. How do you do that when you're just starting out, though?
Well, it really can apply throughout your career. And one of the things I love about Julia Boorstin's book, When Women Lead, is that it looks at things that we've previously defined as weaknesses, but it acknowledges that they're not that. They're actually these superpowers. And one of the things, especially early in your career, you can do is obviously get to know yourself, but do it through the lens of people who care about you, who trust you. Ask your friends and family and have that sit-down conversation. What are my areas of strengths? What are the things that maybe people perceive as not being as strong, but that I can turn into those strengths, and take that time to really think about it with the people who you love and trust.
Should we tell her? Invite her back tomorrow, too?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going on vacation. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the warning.
Thanks for the invite.
Rebecca, we love you. You're back. You're welcome back anytime. All right.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.